Impact segment tonight. Sunday is Mother's Day, and to celebrate, the pro-Romney super PAC Restore Our Future has put out this ad.
Ann Romney raised 5 boys. She successfully battled breast cancer and multiple sclerosis. But what does White House insider Hillary Rosen say about Ann Romney?
Guess what? His wife has actually never worked a day in her life.
And Bill Maher, who gave $1 million supporting Obama, attacks.
Ann Romney has never gotten her ass out of the house.
Happy Mother's Day from Barack Obama's team. Restore Our Future is responsible for the content of this message.
Joining us now to analyze from Washington, Michelle Fields, reporter for the Daily Caller. She's in for Janine Turner tonight. And from Los Angeles, Leslie Marshall. All right, the reason I'm laughing with the ad is it's just the whole day today is just absurd. You heard the top segment with Romney's. Hasn't the Washington Post ever seen Animal House? I mean, Romney wouldn't even be able to make that frat. But now we have Obama's team. So all of a sudden, Maher and then the other woman who works for CNN, Rosen, they're part of Obama's team. But the ad is pretty effective because both of those people, Rosen and Maher, are very identifiable Democrats, Leslie. So what say you?
Well, I say, first of all, you know what? Ann Romney's not running for president. I know it's a big shock to everybody. And you know what kills me on the ad more than anything, Bill, is the really bad old soap opera type music. But that aside, putting your wife forth and, knocking an administration, Bill Maher doesn't work for the president. I think that people know for the most part that Hillary Rosen doesn't speak for all of us on the left, all of us women, myself on the left. And I honestly don't think it was supposed to be such an attack on moms that don't work outside the home. We all know that is a lot of work. I think it's more the idea that somebody who's wealthy, such as Ann Romney, has that choice and then, of course, has the amount of money to buy a $900 blouse. Bottom line here, this to me does not really make the Romney campaign look much better than they're trying to make the Obama campaign look. I think it's pretty tasteless.
What do you say, Michelle?
Look, I like this ad. I think it debunks this myth that liberals are trying to push, which is that the Romneys can't relate to the American people. Because if you look at this ad, you see that Ann Romney has overcome some serious adversity. And that's something that all Americans can relate to. And I think it's going to be really effective. Ann Romney is someone who really connects with voters.
Do you think it's fair to link Rosen and Maher to President Obama's team?
Well, Rosen did visit the White House plenty of times, and Maher has given tons of money to Obama. So yes, these are his supporters. So I think that is a fair connection.
But it's different if the ad were to say supporters, I think it would be a better ad. But team connotes that they're an organized team playing together, and it's an overstatement. However, that's what political ads do. They overstate in this and that. Now, Leslie, the reason that this ad is out is obvious, that President Obama is ahead with single women. Interestingly enough, the polls say married women, very close. But single women are breaking for Obama. So that's why they put this ad out. And I think, look, it's worth a shot. I think that's what the PAC is saying.
Well, I don't disagree. I understand and agree with you with the reason they're doing it. I just think there's a more effective way to do that. I mean, why are you demonizing President Obama for things
because
that
they don't
Bill
like
Maher,
him.
Comedian at H?
They don't like him. That's why. They want him out of there. I mean, come on, Leslie. What are you, Little Bo Peep tonight, or why are you demonizing President Obama? All right, let's.
What if they just come out and say, look, we don't like the guy, and Ann Romney would be a better first lady. So what if she has a $900 blouse?
I think that PAC think Ann Romney would be a better president than Mr. Obama. All right, now the Time Magazine ad, let's pop it on up and get your both of you to weigh in on this. This is an article about how children are being mothered in a different way, and obviously you can see the ad, and it's very controversial. What do you say, Michelle? Is this an acceptable Time Magazine cover?
I mean, this is completely disgusting. This woman is exploiting her child for 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, but it's a model. It's a model. It's not a real woman here. This is a model.
No, it is a mother, and that is her son. No,
it is a mother. Is that right? I didn't know that. Is that true?
And she's exploiting. She was on the news today talking about this. She's exploiting her child for 15 minutes of fame. Look, I understand if you want to introduce a new issue of how to raise your child, but why don't you take a picture that actually
What about
depicts
Time
the
Magazine,
practice?
though, usually? I think Time Magazine's the one exploiting. But are you sure, Michelle, that this is a real mom and her daughter and his son?
Yes, it is.
I guess
It's
it would
her
have to be.
child.
You're right. It would have to be if they couldn't do that, if they weren't related. Did you know that, Leslie? Did you know that was a real mom and her son? Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
So I'm the
I
idiot here. I don't know.
No.
I'm not like that. I should have done the research here. All right, Leslie, is this offensive to you?
It is. And, you know, I'm going to be in trouble, Bill, because my mother's watching. But my mother breastfed one of my brothers till he was 3. I was offended by it. I was embarrassed and humiliated to be seen with her in public. And I do think this is gross. Michelle, I agree with you 100%. This is, whether it's the mom or a model, completely exploiting a child.
How old is
Listen,
How old is the
breastfeeding-
kid on the cover? How old is the kid? Do we know?
I think 2
I
or
believe
3.
he's the 3.
Yeah.
He's the 3-year-old son. She has a 3 and a 5-year-old son,
Right.
but I believe this is the 3-year-old son.
Okay. All right, ladies. Thank you very much. Very interesting.
Thank
Directly
you.
ahead, we'll have the latest on the Norfolk mob violence situation. The very public crime remains largely unsolved down there. And then